from the University of La Verne. This is Foothill Community News.
Hello and welcome to Foothill Community News. I'm Dominic Honore.
And I'm Vanessa Martinez. We start with an internal investigation into a hate crime at the University of La Verne. The incident happened in March. According to police, a backpack with a smoke coming from it was found in an unlocked car. It was vandalized at a dormitory parking lot. The incident follows a series of social media messages that were posted threatening Black and Hispanic students. According to the school administrator, the car was broken into and set on fire. ULV President Delora D. Remend made a statement condemning the acts. Students were also sent emails ensuring that police were investigating the situation. We spoke to Safety Director Ruben Arbira regarding the investigation.
So the investigation is ongoing. We're working with the La Verne Police Department, who is actually spearheading the investigation, and they're taking the lead. We're only playing a supportive role to assist them to help bring the perpetrators into custody.
In response, Campus Safety has hired security guards to increase safety measures to protect students.
It's a crime that can happen anywhere at any time. Car theft and car break-ins. Foothill Community News' Jessica Bai shows us what you can do to protect your belongings and your car.
A couple of weeks ago, my car was broken into.
Performing arts student Frances Urmatan was on her way to school.
I second-guessed myself. I thought that I hadn't locked my car, but I said no, I always lock my car.
She says her car was parked in a private neighborhood.
The car was just unlocked, all of the doors were open.
When she got in, she noticed her car was trashed.
Everything was open here and then taken out and put on this seat. And everything in this compartment too was also on the floor.
Officer Michael Martinez of La Verne Police Department says, lock your car doors.
95% of the car break-ins are because people don't lock their doors.
Police say as soon as you notice something is wrong, you should call them. And do not get into your car because you could contaminate the crime scene.
A lot of people will get in the car and start touching things, and all they're doing is putting their fingerprints on possible suspect.
Remember, car break-ins can happen anywhere, no matter where you're parked.
Yes, lock your doors.
Jessica Bai, Foothill Community News.
Those are some great tips to remember when, parking and locking your car.
Yes, even if you are in a safe area, just take that extra precaution. You wouldn't want to be that next victim.
Absolutely.
A fatal car crash claimed the life of a University of La Verne student athlete, Arturo Corona. The University of La Verne held a vigil in his honor. Paulina Wortman has the story.
I'm here on La Verne and North Gary Avenue at the scene of the accident, where Art Corona's friends and families have paid tribute to him.
He's pretty reserved to most people that don't know him.
Yeah.
But he's actually got a really good sense of humor. He's funny, but again, not just kind of hangs back. Whenever you're dealing with something like this, it's just no one knows what to say.
University of La Verne chaplain Xandra Wagner hosted a vigil for Art Corona on campus, where his family, friends, and baseball teammates gathered in remembrance of a life well lived. And University of La Verne President Devorah Lieberman awarded Arturo's parents with his degree.
First of all, we're going to recognize Art at graduation so that I hope you'll be there to receive his official diploma. But if I can ask Art's mother and Art's father to come up, so the diploma.
I feel like Art, because he passed away, he wouldn't want us, to be down about it. Obviously, we're gonna be sad, and it's horrible. It's a bad thing that happened, but he would want us to keep living. I know that for me, he would tell me, why are you so sad? Keep living your life.
I'm Paulina Wortman, and this is LVTV.
The family and friends of Arturo Corona set up a GoFundMe account to cover the funeral expenses. The new parking space will be soon available at the University of La Verne. Dominic Honor takes us on a tour of the construction site that tells us what you can expect on your hunt to find parking.
Students who have an issue finding parking when coming to school may be in luck. With the former dorm Stuhan being torn down, students will have new parking spaces to park in this upcoming semester. Manager of University Transportation Services, Lisa Grader, gave an update on the project.
The new parking lot is going to offer 63 parking spaces. 6 of them are handicapped. Since we don't have dorms in that location anymore, there's no parking for residents. Not that they can't park there, but there's no need for resident parking in that area, so it's going to be more of a commuting parking lot. It's available for faculty, staff, and students to park in. Most of the students come to the parking structure, but as that fills, they can go out into the surrounding parking lots on campus, and Lot F will be one of those parking lots.
Senior Amanda Mora, who was a resident of Stuhan her freshman year, gave us her reaction.
Once I saw that it was just going to be a parking lot, I got really disappointed because I feel like they could have done something else with it to help the community become closer, and especially in like such a central area of the campus.
Former Stuhan resident senior Alexa Woods commented on how Stuhan's space is being put to better use.
The smoke detectors in the living room and kitchen didn't work. There was one day where I came downstairs and the whole area was filled with smoke and nothing happened. And the emergency doors, there was no alarm, there was just doors. There was no security really. Homeless people would come in and use the showers. I think the only good thing about Sue was the shower.
Dominic Honore, Foothill Community News.
Students can now look forward to parking being less of an issue on campus.
A lawsuit between the City of La Verne and the La Verne Firefighter Association has reached a settlement. According to the La Verne press release, the lawsuit began when the Firefighter Association decided to support the mayor's political opponent. The lawsuit states that the chief and the city subjected firefighters to frivolous disciplinary investigations. Last year, the Firefighter Association requested that the case go to trial. The city has now settled with the Firefighter Association and will pay them just over $5 million. In hopes of repairing the relationship, the city has hired a professional leadership consultant. Not everyone is willing to risk it all for their dreams, but one student at the University of La Verne is putting her college career on hold to attend circus school. Vanessa Martinez shows us just how she found the courage to do it.
I think one of the scariest things on the planet is realizing that you have a passion.
Bailey Sher dances gracefully on the trapeze and finds herself living in the moment.
Because you suddenly have this strong urge of like, I have to do that, otherwise I won't be me.
She's a speech major at the University of La Verne, but also trains on becoming a trapeze artist.
I took a class in Vegas with someone who's now my good friend, and he introduced me to dance trapeze, and I thought it just had endless possibilities, and I thought it was so interesting.
She was a competitive batoon twirler, and in her teens she discovered aerial arts.
I started with silks and lyra and a few other different apparatuses, and none of them really fit my style, but I knew I wanted to pursue doing aerial work.
She soon came to realize that her passion she carried as a teen had to be a priority.
Most of my mind and most of my heart was in what I was doing outside of school and performing.
Scherer is trading in the books to pursue her passion and attending the New England Circus of Arts in Vermont for 3 years.
Involves studies in your primary discipline of your choice. You can choose a minor if you want. It's kind of like regular college, so for me, my major is dance trapeze, and I might pick a minor.
This program will prepare her to become a professional circus artist. Her focus is to develop her own style.
When you're out and you're auditioning for companies and for shows and for gigs, what you're selling is your own brand of who you are and what you look like on stage and the kind of atmosphere you bring to whatever event.
She wants to be an artist that transforms the audience.
I want to make them forget about whatever it is they're dealing with in their real life and just sit for 2 hours or however long the show is and just be immersed in that world.
And she has this advice for others to chase their dreams.
Pursue something with a passion. Don't let people tell you that you can't do it or you shouldn't do it, because they don't know you and they don't know what your heart needs to do.
Sher's long-term goal is to open her own dance studio. I'm Vanessa Martinez, Foothill Community News.
So Did Bailey teach you any moves while you were shooting with her?
She actually did, and I learned a lot, and I didn't fall.
Wow. We'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.
Thank you.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone, they're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you, who walk and raise money in March for Babies. The money you raise funds research and local programs that help babies overcome the challenges of premature birth and birth defects. Together, our steps make stronger, healthier babies a reality for thousands of families. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
Hi, and welcome back to Foothill Community News. I'm Jocelyn Ortega.
And I'm Andrew Alonso. 3 recent car break-ins at the University of La Verne prompted school officials to issue a warning to students. University officials say the break-ins happened between midnight and 3 a.m. over the last few weeks. While only a small amount of money was taken, campus safety officers remind students to lock their car doors and never leave their personal belongings in their cars. They say thieves tend to target vehicles that have valuables exposed. You should always be aware of your surroundings and never leave anything valuable inside your car.
Agreed. We have a health warning for you. California is seeing a resurgence of measles cases. Health officials say a student at UCLA exposed over 500 people to the virus. Health officials are advising the public to take caution. University health officials located potential victims and exposure sites in order to deter the spread of the virus. Health officials also warned the public of international travel due to possible increased exposure, such as areas of Asia and Europe. Doctors advise the public to be sure they are caught up with their vaccines. Symptoms include high fever, running nose and cough, and unexplained rash. Anne-Marie Sue, pediatrician at Megan Medical, says there are a number of ways to avoid getting infected.
Avoiding exposure, to people who are sick. So if you're sick, try not to go to school, go to work, okay? Of course, number one, prevention is really get the vaccine. That's the number one.
Always be careful when going out and ask your doctor if you have any concerns about your health.
Teamwork, team spirit, and a little bit of luck is what you needed to get through and solve escape room challenges. Escape rooms are the newest way to build rapport and friendship, and there are timed exercises where friends, family, and coworkers must work together to solve puzzles. Reporter Madison Rubino has more.
It's about a witch has put a spell to your village.
It's a race against the clock and the ultimate team-building experience.
You and your friends comes in as adventurers or heroes, trying to find the cures at the witch's hut and complete the quest.
Located in Pomona, the Quest Tavern gives friends, families, and coworkers a chance to work together to solve puzzles. Players solve each puzzle to continue through the maze. The escape is completed once the cure to the spell is found.
And then you will be a character inside the story, and then immerse into the story and try to eventually get out and finish your mission.
Groups are split up into teams, then blindfolded, while they wait here before entering the escape room.
I'm not supposed to spoil the game, but yeah, total of 4 rooms. So you will get through different rooms to get your clues, puzzle, or props.
Escape rooms are the latest in-group activities, and the Quest Tavern plans to expand.
We are planning to have a total of 5 different stories, and the first one that is available and just a release is Witch's Cauldron.
Madison Rubino, Foothill Community News.
If you want to get your quest on, tickets are $30 per person. You can sign up to participate on their website at www.questtavern.com. ULV students can use the promo code LEOPARDS20 to get 20% off.
For someone who is interested in putting their musical skills to the test, the Music and Arts Center in San Dimas is the place to be. Folks with all ranges of experience get a chance to sing their heart out. The event kicks off at 6 in the evening. The Music and Arts Center has been running open mic night for 10 years. Singers and musicians are welcome.
Things we do is open mic nights. We do them every 4th Friday of the month. It's a lot of fun. Anyone's welcome to come in, any type of music, any type of instrument, anything like that. come and perform, even just to come and listen to see other people, local talent.
Open Mic Night is a great event to showcase your unique talents. For more information, check out their website at sandimasartscenter.com.
Builders who enjoy making do-yourself projects gathered for the 5th annual Makers Fair in Laverne. A maker is someone who creates any form of craft from scratch. The Maker Fair is open to all ages and it's hosted by the Leo Makers in downtown Laverne. We spoke to Danielle DeLuna, one of the participants in this event. She is taking part of the Makers movement, and she and her team decided to build a sustainable fashion piece from recycled materials.
I have always been really interested in conservation and sustainability. So I am showing people how that they can take old pieces of clothing or clothing from thrift stores and upcycle them and make new clothes that are still fitting trends, but don't hurt the environment.
According to the United Nations, nearly 20% of the water waste in the U.S. is produced by the fashion industry. Repurposing old clothing to fit the current trend has been proven effective, and many people are sharing ways on how this can be done.
Up next, JC and Dom will share all of the local events going on in San Dimas and Laverne. We'll be right back.
Millions of Americans are living with hepatitis C. People born from 1945 to 1965 are 5 times more likely to have hepatitis C.
When left untreated, hepatitis C can cause
serious health problems, including liver damage, cirrhosis,
and even liver cancer. But half of those living with hepatitis C
do not know that they are infected. People can live for decades without feeling sick
or having any symptoms. A blood test is the only way to know
if you have it. CDC recommends people born from 1945 to 1965 get tested for hepatitis C.
And treatments are now available that can
cure hepatitis C.
We got
tested.
So, if you were born
from 1945 to 1965,
be sure to talk to your doctor about getting tested for hepatitis C.
It could save your life.
Welcome to this edition of Around the Town. I'm JC Theory.
And I'm Dominic Honore. Let's take a look at what's happening around the town. With the rise in the popularity with online games, a gaming cafe has popped up in Laverne. It has an Asian twist to it and it opens up to all ages. 404 Esport Gaming is located at the intersection of Foothill Boulevard and Wheeler Avenue. Gamers come to play popular online games such as Fortnite, Apex, and Overwatch. The store encourages gamers to play together. It also offers Asian snacks and drinks. Each month, they host a tournament with a cash pool up to $25,000.
My business partner and I got our inspiration from the gaming cafes in China. They're called Wangba. And when we were young, we used to go there and play, and it was a really good experience. So we just wanted to recreate that experience.
For more information, you can call them on 626-2399-668. I've never tried PC gaming before, but I'm pretty sure I could really recommend my friends to it because they play Madden and all that stuff.
The San Dimas Farmers Market is back and in full swing. You can enjoy food, fun, and entertainment all spring and summer long. Stop by San Dimas City Hall, located on the 200th block of Bonita Avenue on Wednesdays from 4 to 8:30 p.m. Enjoy fresh produce, prepared food, and live music. Shop around for clothes, plants, flowers, and even participate in arts and crafts. We spoke to a local vendor who loves the San Dimas Market.
Maybe actually since the inception, because it's great. Yeah, it's awesome. The people are amazing.
The San Dimas Farmers Market will be open every Wednesday until September 4th. Come stop by City Hall for the best food in town.
The Glendora Historical Society is waiving its entrance fee and participation this summer. The Historical Society was built in 1947 and is dedicated to preserving the area's natural history. The museum is now offering for a limited time free admission. During the summer, months feel free to stop by and learn about Glendora. For more information on the museum, go online at theglendorahistoricalsociety.org.
If you're curious about what plants go into certain beers, then you should check out the Brew and Wild Beer Festival in Claremont. The event will be hosted one day on July 6th at the Santa Ana Botanic Gardens from 4 to 8 p.m. Attendees can explore the natural plants that are used to make different craft beers in California. This is the second year that the festival is being held. Prices range from $45 to $75, depending on the customer's wishes to upgrade to premium parking or even become a VIP guest. We spoke with a Botanic Garden employee on the inspiration for this festival.
And many of our plants, like these ones I'm holding here, are highly aromatic. So I know that you can't smell on TV, but if you could, you would smell some amazing fragrances here. There's sages, there's pines, there is sagebrush. All these different types of plants have really fragrant and amazing oils in them that can be infused into beers really well. So we invite breweries out to use the plants that are native to California, and we allow people to taste flavors that they might never have tasted before and experience what I call the real California. It's a great event to taste something you haven't tasted before and connect to our native plants.
All attendees must be over 21. For further questions, call 909-625-8767.
If you're looking for something to kick off your summer, then check out the Board Games and Beer event in Laverne. The event will take place June 2nd from noon to 8 in the evening at the Laverne Brewing Company. Attendants can bring their own board games as well as their own food and alcohol to add to the event. The event is open to all ages under 21 and even pets. The event is located at the 2000s block off Wright Avenue in Laverne. Don't miss it.
Speaking of beer, the Laverne Brewing Company celebrated their 6th birthday this year. What once started as a family operation is now a friends and family run passion. The wide range of beers, all handcrafted on site, make for a great afternoon or night out with friends. The brewery also features weekly specials and unique monthly events. Keep up with what beers and events the company has got brewing. Visit their website at lavernebrewco.com or visit them on Instagram at Laverne Brewing. You know, I actually love a good handcrafted beer.
I prefer a great cup of coffee. Enjoy a cup of coffee with the San Dimas Chamber of Commerce during their monthly coffee hour event. The next coffee hour event will be hosted at the Pacific College on June 11th. Admission is free. It will take place from 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning. The coffee business hour is a time for networking. This event gives people a chance to meet, share business cards, referrals, and ideas. For more information, contact the San Dimas Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a career change? The San Dimas Chamber of Commerce will host a job fair at the beginning of June. The Chamber says a job fair is something they wanted to put on as a service to the business community.
We get a lot of phone calls from residents asking about jobs around here. We also get phone calls and emails from businesses not sure of where to post their job listings. Think of it as it is, like you might be interviewed on the spot. So be prepared. Come out with your resumes.
The job fair is free and no registration is required to attend. You won't want to miss out on this great opportunity. You know, this is actually a really great chance for people who are potentially looking for new jobs to go out there and seek one.
This gives you a great opportunity to network and really get to know potential employers. And always remember, dress to impress. We'll be right back with sports with Chris and Paulina. Stay with us.
Dear humans, this is an adoption campaign, but it's not for me, or Mr. Buttons, or Frank over there. It's for you, humans. This is a call to humans to adopt our movement, to adopt our cause.
This isn't just about saving one of us.
It's about saving all of us.
Nearly 4,100 lives every single day.
It's about support for every one of us four, and sometimes not four-legged best friends waiting to meet a best friend of our own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge.
Shelter by shelter. City by city.
We can make this entire country no-kill. Join us. Together we can save them all.
How do you become a champion? Train, practice, prepare, and then do it all over again and again. Help our athletes achieve their dreams. The USA Swimming Foundation, saving lives and building champions.
Welcome back to Foothill Community Sports. I'm Christopher Livingston.
And I'm Paulina Wortman. We have your weekly local high school sports update.
Spring sports have come to an end for our featured high schools. Let's see how each team has performed. We will first take a look at San Dimas baseball. The Saints finished the season with an incredible 23-4 overall record in first place in Valley Vista League. San Dimas was upset during the first round of the CIF baseball playoffs with a 5-1 loss to Temecula Valley.
The San Dimas softball team finished with a 19-6 overall record in first place in the Valle Vista League. The Saints lost 8-5 in the first round of the CIF softball playoffs to Wilson Long Beach.
Next, we move on to Bonita High School. The Bearcats finished with a 22-7 overall record and first place in Palomares League. They were defeated in the first round of CIF baseball playoffs with a 3-2 loss to Martin Luther King.
The Bonita softball team finished with a 20-17 overall record and tied for second in the Palomares League. They lost 2-0 to Canyon Anaheim during the first round of the CIF softball playoffs.
Finally, we look at Damien High School baseball. The Spartans finished with a 17-11 overall record and tied for first place in Baseball League. Damien advanced to the second round of CIF baseball playoffs before falling to the eventual champion Santa Margarita by a score of 4-2.
Look for all these teams to come out swinging, no pun intended, and ready to compete next season.
The University of La Verne football team promoted one of their own to be their new offensive coordinator. With the departure of 8-year offensive coordinator Rich Worswell, the Leopards now have a new play caller on offense. Dominic Henry has the story.
La Verne football camps?
With the departure of 8-year offensive coordinator Rich Worswell, the Leopards now have a new play caller on offense.
Former special teams coordinator Miguel Reveles, a U of V alum who has had coaching stints at big powerhouse schools such as Arizona and Cal, talked about what he could bring to the La Verne offense.
My plans and goals, I think for goals, it would be to make it the most efficient offense and to execute at a high level. My plan is to build it little by little as we continue on from spring into fall camp, and just make sure that everybody is on the same page.
Head coach Chris Creek gave an inside look into what made him promote Reveles.
Ended up, finding the guy in our backyard, and it was a great search process. Went through a lot of qualified candidates. Came down with a good pool, and it just turned out Coach Reveles was the right fit with what he's done so far with the program, and his connection with the players. It was pretty much a no-brainer for us to be able to elevate him and put him in that position to be able to lead our offense. So we're really excited about it.
La Verne's defensive coordinator James Stewart says he looks forward to working with Reveles in his new role.
Very excited for Coach Reveles. I'm very excited for the team. I think he brings a lot of energy, a lot of experience. He's coached some big games at a higher level, and I know we'll see a very significant improvement on the offense.
Against the ground game of Martavius Holiday, who breaks a tackle, and the 23-year-old
The
bounces to
Leopards'
the
starting
outside.
second-team all-running back Martavius Holiday says he is excited for what's to come in the new offense.
I feel good about Coach Reveles being a new offensive coordinator. He knows what he's doing with the offense. Him working with Arizona and all his past teams really show that he knows what he's doing. So,
Dominic Honore, Foothill Community News.
Look to see some changes in the La Verne football team's new offense upcoming this season.
The athletic director position is no longer temporary, it is now filled. Coach Scott Winterburn has officially been hired as the new University of La Verne athletic director. Winterburn served 2 years at the position, but was only an interim while still continuing as the baseball team's head coach for his 19th season. Winterburn will continue on both of his roles as director and head baseball coach this upcoming fall. I really look forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do now that he's athletic director versus when he was the interim athletic director.
Absolutely, really interesting stuff. A high school athlete prepares to take on the next chapter of his life, but do his plans include playing at the collegiate level? Our own Christopher Livingston has the answer to that question.
As spring sports come to a close, we want to feature one student athlete that has stood above all the rest. So that brings us here to San Dimas High School.
For baseball, basketball, and football have taught me lessons that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life.
Dylan O'Leary is a senior and a three-sport athlete at San Dimas High School. O'Leary transferred from South Hills High School during his sophomore year. Once he came to San Dimas, he immediately showed his coaches how gifted he was.
Basketball, it's a small niche, and they had a team established, and he's the only guy to come from the football team. And as soon as he came in, he started. And at a varsity level, to come in and to walk right in and to start when you haven't been practicing, that was when I knew that he was a special athlete, a special player.
O'Leary was named first team All-League in basketball this season and also earned the Via Vista League Student Athlete of the Year award.
He's just a great team player. He played multiple sports. Just a tremendous young man to get to coach. Very yes sir, no sir. He's also very intelligent.
O'Leary, who has played sports his whole life, is motivated by the memory of his late grandfather.
I would write on my hand my grandfather's initials. He passed away my sophomore year. It's kind of like I'm not alone during the game and that I'm playing for him, it was really special, to me to be able to do that and know in the back of my mind that there's a reason that I'm playing,
One of his favorite moments of his career occurred on his last play as starting quarterback.
My very last play, it was in a playoff game. We were down like 2 or 3 touchdowns. It was right here I think we're on the 8-yard line. It was 2 seconds left. I knew it was my last play of football ever. And actually it was a pass play. I dropped back in the pocket and I ended up scoring a touchdown in the left corner of the end zone for my last play ever, which I thought was pretty cool.
With graduation just days away, what's next for Dylan?
So this summer I just plan on relaxing, probably get a job, make some money. But then I'm gonna go to UC Santa Barbara and study actuarial science. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to play baseball there or not.
O'Leary is unsure if he will continue his sporting career in college, but is open to the idea of coaching in the future. Reporting for Foothill Community Sports, this is Christopher Livingston.
I love the fact that he wrote his grandfather's initials on his hand.
And another cool thing about his story is he was mentioning his dad a lot during our interviews. His dad has been to over 1,000 of his games. And he said at the end of every football game, every baseball game, he'd always stand right there by the exit and shake his hand on his way out. So pretty special moment for him. A great kid, a great future for him. Look forward to see what he does.
Absolutely, good for him.
One Laverne athlete stood out this year, earning him the highest award given by the athletic department. Baseball player Chris Paris won Athlete of the Year at the Senior Blanket Award night last Tuesday. Utility player Paris finished his career with 127 RBIs, 184 hits, 104 runs, and 27 doubles. We caught up with him on this prestigious honor.
And I think I couldn't have gotten there without my coaches and the people holding me accountable and my teammates for just pushing me to be like the best player I could be and making sure I'm determined and going after it and staying hungry. Like I couldn't have done it without everyone around me.
Chris has been recognized first team All-SCIAC several times over his career. Cross-country track runner Melissa Cerrillos was also named Women Athlete of the Year. Both athletes are set to graduate at the end of the month.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Foothill Community News. We had a very packed show.
That's right. My name is Christopher Livingston.
And I'm Paulina Wortman. Have a great night.